So with these 3 or 4 things that people really need, credit check is a big one, and also down payment. Let's talk about first about the money, because my mom actually, I was in a situation that I was able to, where my mom was able to gift me some money. What are the rules and stipulations with that?
Okay, so gifting money is allowed on all loan products, and you can have the entire down payment plus the closing costs completely gifted.
Okay.
Okay. The lender or the seller is not allowed, in financing, to pay any towards the down payment. So it can come from a family member,
Right.
Or close relative.
Right.
It has to be a family member.
So you can't just roll into the loan.
You can't roll it into the loan.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people ask me. They always, just a little bit more on top, and then they'll do that. But
if essentially you roll anything, a lender rolls anything into a loan,
yeah,
and helps you pay closing costs, you're going to take a higher rate.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Because we can do it.
Right.
But if people that are payment conscious, they're going to see that their payment is dramatically higher.
Right. So ideally save, or if you're lucky enough, you can get it gifted.
Yes.
Awesome. So we talked about the money and how we can get money from family, but credit is the other thing. I always get people that call me, well, I have this issue, or I had this issue in the past, and I don't know what to tell them. What would you tell them if they call you?
Okay. Get a lot of credit questions, and I have an excellent tool that I can use that's a courtesy to our clients.
Okay.
That actually tells us how to increase, what we need to do to increase a score.
Okay.
Generally, that falls around paying off credit cards.
Right.
Paying off debt to a certain percentage, which I go over with them.
Okay.
If they follow the steps completely, I can rescore the credit within 7 days, and now we have an increased credit score.
Okay.
And we have a pre-qualification.
So you tell them, and what's why I try and tell them too, is that you can tell them what will make the most difference.
Yes.
If they have something on collections or this credit card, then you can tell them, hey, this should be focused because this is what really could make the difference.
Yes.
Versus wasting the money and them not knowing about it.
If it's something that my tool cannot generate an increased score, which generally is severe late payments or severe collections, I also have a partner in credit that we can get them to, he can work his expertise to get some of those items removed.
Right. So the more tougher cases, you have somebody for that.
Yes.
So either way, just give you a call.
Yes.
So I was with a buyer the other day, and they were really, really pressed on the cash. They obviously didn't have the cash. They didn't have the family that give them the cash. What would you say, because he asked me a lot about borrowing from his 401k?
I think borrowing from a 401k is an absolute excellent way to take one investment and turn it into another investment.
Right, exactly.
So you can borrow from your 401k. It doesn't go against your debt ratio.
Okay.
If you borrow and there's a payment. If you borrow a large amount, then you're just basically paying yourself back.
Right.
But a lot of 401k plans have a clause in there now where if they use it for a first-time home purchase, they're not penalized.
Oh, wow. So
or not penalized as greatly.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that a lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so another question is, I get a lot of HGTV watchers, not only for my side of things frustrating, but also for the lender side. They see ugly floors, they see ugly cabinets, they want to roll that into the loan. Is that even possible?
Absolutely. Prime Lending has the best renovation and rehab loan products I've ever seen. We are so competitive with it. I know there's many lenders that don't have that product.
Right.
So if they want to move in and have cosmetic items done, flooring, change a bathroom, change a kitchen, we can roll that into the loan, and it only takes about up to 120 days. We get contractors involved.
Right.
But it closes in a normal 30-day process, and then the contractors finish out the work.
Right.
Within the next 120 days.
So they get a little bit of a cheaper house, but then they're able to customize it the way they want.
Absolutely.
Because I get a lot of buyers who love a house and then they went to pick that granite counter. It's a little ugly and I think it's ugly too, but it's already brand new so they can't fix it. This would be, if you can go in there and imagine the ideas, you can kind of have some things to play with.
Yes.
Awesome.
So you can really turn it into your dream home.
Exactly.
And rather than looking in a low inventory environment for your dream home.
And that's what I tell people too, is that focus on what you can change, don't focus on what you can't change.
Yes.
Awesome. So one other thing is I'll go out to with these clients and I'll have a sit down and we'll have dinner, we'll talk about everything. They'll be like, wow, that's a lot, but I'm actually not going to get this bonus until the end of the year and I don't have this money till tax return next year. They want to apply. I always say it might be better to apply now, might not. What would you say? Apply now or apply later?
I say apply now and get prepared.
Okay.
If you're 6 months out, if you're 9 months out, I mean, sometimes it takes that long to get prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, to save the money
Yeah.
that they need. Because I think a lot of people, when they're first time home buyers, don't really have the knowledge of how much it's really going to cost and what the down payment is going to be, plus the closing costs.
Yeah.
There's more to than just closing costs. There's an escrow account that's added. So it's best for me to go through it with them and be completely prepared early. Their credit report is good for 4 months at a time.
Okay.
And they can already have a pre-qualification. You guys can have an idea.
Right.
And they'll have an idea of what their payment is going to be.
Yeah, and it's better to assume, not that you're not going to qualify, but it's better that they assume that when I'm ready this fall or whatever, then this is all I need, versus having that surprise.
No
hey,
surprises.
Didn't know about this
Yes,
way.
I know I can qualify. Go ahead and do it early.
Awesome. Okay. That works out. So what would you say if I'm already a homeowner and I wanted to do some updates, but obviously it's too late because the loan's already in there. I have my monthly payment. Do you have any options for that?
Yes, absolutely. We do that as a refinance.
Okay.
The property just needs to appraise with the upgrades to fit them in there.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of those, and you can even add a pool up to $60,000.
Right. So they call me to tell them, and I tell them how much their house is worth compared to what they bought it for maybe 10 years ago, probably a pretty good deal.
Yes.
And then you're able to get them that money out of their loan or on top of the loan to get them that pool in the backyard.
Absolutely.
Cool. One other thing that I noticed that some sellers ask me is that they're on the fence because they don't want to lose their nice little house, but they do kind of want to upgrade. That they're afraid of is that they're not going to be able to sell their house and that they're going to be stuck with 2 mortgages. What would you suggest for them?
We have what's called a bridge loan.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes the fear out of that particular thought process.
Right. Because
you could take equity out of the current house on the bridge loan and use it for the down payment on the new home.
Okay.
If the current home doesn't sell real quick, you can typically qualify for both mortgages because of the way we calculate the bridge loan has a smaller payment.
Oh, okay. So it gives them options versus just having that fear that they're going to be stuck with 2 mortgages.
2 mortgages if it doesn't sell. But the other interesting part of the bridge loan is that it takes out any contingencies on any offers. So sellers are more likely to accept their offer without a contingency to sell the other house.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, great. Well, thank you again, Alexis. I appreciate you being here. We got a lot of questions answered, and I think that's going to help me to explain and share with the buyers out there that are thinking about it, as well as homeowners, because they might not know about taking a loan out for some of the rehab. Maybe they want bigger, but maybe they just want nicer. It kind of just depends. I know that, thank you again for last year. You helped me with my refinance, and that really helped me on my monthly budget. I'm going to go ahead and put your information so that they can apply with you, call me today in the link below, and just thank you again.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.